How high academic standards harm students' mental health. Today I'm talking about how unreasonable high academic expectations harm students' mental health. Many students grow up believing that perfection is the minimum, and anything less than that is failure. Some students don't celebrate getting a B plus even. They cry not because their grade is bad, but because they were raised to believe that a B plus means they're disappointing somebody. That fear sticks with them for years. My thesis is that high academic standards might sound helpful, but they create fear, burnout, and a distorted sense of self-worth. And what's worse is that the pressure doesn't go away even after parents stop demanding perfection. The student continues demanding it for themselves. When parents push for straight A's, students internalize the pressure even long after parents relax. The fear stays. They start believing that their value is based entirely on grades. They no longer try to learn. They just try to keep that A. Mistakes become terrifying. They avoid risks. They avoid asking questions. They avoid anything that might lead to a score below perfection. School stops being a place to learn and becomes a place to avoid disappointing anybody. Burnout. Chronic pressure leads to mental exhaustion. Some students experience anxiety, sleep problems, and emotional breakdowns, a constant feeling of being overwhelmed. Many students think they're being lazy when they stop caring about homework, but that's not laziness. That's not laziness. That's burnout. It's the moment where your brain, after years of many pressures, finally shuts down to protect yourself. You know you should work. You want to work, but you feel mentally unable to start. Fear has completely replaced motivation. Burnout also explains why some students feel better hanging out with friends than doing schoolwork. Weren't allowed to relax in their earlier life, so now their brains cling to social time because it finally feels safe. Distorted success. For students raised under high expectations, a B plus feels like a failure, and anything below that even worse. They begin to believe things like I'm not smart enough, I'm disappointing everyone, or my best is never enough. This mindset destroys confidence. Once a student begins to think like this, motivation disappears. Not because they don't care, but because they believe nothing they do will ever be good enough. What healthy support looks like. When students feel supported instead of judged, everything improves. Encouragement builds resilience. Celebrating effort helps them grow. Understanding mistakes allows them real learning. Students don't need perfection. They need someone who says, I'm proud of you for trying. Healthy expectations help students become confident, curious, and mentally strong. Social life and recovery. Many students who were pressured academically never got the chance to enjoy their childhood or teenage years. They didn't hang out much, go out, or explore their hobbies. So now, when they finally experience the social life, it feels like healing. That's not procrastination, that's recovery. Social connection releases stress and reminds students that they're more than just grades. The counter arguments to people. Some people argue that high expectation push students to achieve more, but fear doesn't fuel success. It drains it. Pressure teaches students to avoid failure, not to pursue learning. Supportive expectations build real motivations and long-term success. My conclusion: in the end, unreasonable high academic standards don't produce better students. They produce anxious, exhausted ones. If we want the next generation to be capable and confident, we need to prioritize their mental health over perfection. Students aren't machines. No grade should ever determine a person's worth. Thank you.